Hey guys, welcome back to your Objective-C tutorials, and today we're going to be going over your basic arithmetic standard operators. And yeah, I mean, it seems a little bit basic, but wanted to accentuate a few points in here, so bear with me as we run through some of these examples. In your Objective-C, we've got 5 primary, standard operators for performing your arithmetic and basically finding the remainder as well, which that's going to be the weird one that you'll have to kind of tone into. And that's called modulus. The rest are going to be your basic, plus sign for addition, minus sign for subtraction, multiplication with a star, and division with a /. So as you can see those, the modulus will probably go into another tutorial just focusing on that because it is a little bit odd, and kind of go through the significance of the modulus and even why it's there. So let's just jump into an example, run through all of the standard operators so you guys can see exactly how it works. So the first thing that we're going to do is establish a few variables for ourselves just to point out the facts. So we're going to put a few integers in there, and we're just going to go x equals 6, integer y equals 5, and then we're going to go integer z, which will be where we store some of our equations here coming up. Give ourselves a little bit of room. So the first one, we're just going to do standard addition, and with this we're just going to go x plus y, and let me give ourselves a little bit of space, and in this case is going to equal 11. So all we're taking is x is 6 plus y of 5 gives our z value 11. So the next one that we're going to go through is subtraction. And so we're going to go z equals x minus y, and in this case it's going to equal 1. So basically we're taking 6 minus 5 equals 1. Next one we're going to do is z equals x, or no, let's reverse it here, y minus x. So in this case we're going to be taking 5 minus 6, which is going to give us a -1, which is still an integer, so it'll still be printed out as an integer. Again, remember, those are going to be your whole negative and positive numbers, so keep that in mind. Alright, moving forward, z equals, what are we up to? Multiplication. So x times y, which 5 times 6 gives us 30. And then z equals x divided by y. Now, in this case, we're taking 6 divided by 5, which should be 1.2, if I did that right. Which should be 1.2. However, since we've used the integer up here, we've used the integer variable type, this is actually going to equal 1, because as you guys remember with variables, the integer is going to be whole numbers, so we're not going to have any decimal values within there. So that's what I want to do to kind of run through a finale of what you should do with division. Division, you typically want to use a float value or float variable, because in that case most division is going to be resulting with decimal places. So in this case we probably would have wanted to establish our variables as float equals 5, don't forget your semicolons, and then again float z. So then in this case, if we were to take this equation and execute that, our answer then would be 1.2, and then depending on what your float value is, it could be 1.2, with 6 decimal places or so. So that's kind of the basics of the standard operators for your arithmetic. Like I said, the modulus is kind of the unknown, what is that for, what would you use it for, and we're going to do a kind of a basic tutorial on that for a short glimpse, so you guys know where to use that, how to use it, and moving forward. So hopefully that helps. Again, subscribe to the channel, drop us a comment on what you guys are having troubles with, and we'll try to help you out with that. All right, so peace out, guys.